What's cracking with you people? This is the Devious Wolf, and welcome back to another episode of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. In the last one, we had a drive-by kind of incident happen. Big Smoke stuffed his face, found out that he doesn't live in Grove Street, but instead lives a little further out, just a little further out. Got some money from his aunt and a place. So, yeah. In this one, we're going to see what Sweet wants us to do. Let's go from there.
Give me 15, motherfucker.
I'll write it down in a second. I ain't gonna pencil whip you, fat sucker. Let me play first.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man?
Who winning?
Who you think, huh? Me.
That does it. That's game null and void, motherfuckers.
So, what kind of guns we working with now?
One time came through, raided the spot. We ain't got shit now.
Well, what you gonna do if the ballers roll through? Throw shoes at her? Say, what happened to Emmett?
Emmett? Shit, gangs these days got Macs, AKs, and all kind of stuff. Emmett, on the other hand, ain't got shit.
Well, until we get that plug, we gotta deal with a cat that always been there for us.
Emmett, Seville Boulevard families. We ain't too close these days, but nonetheless, I'll take you to see him. Get ourselves strapped up. Come on, man.
Nigga, shake 'em up again.
What happened to the families? Where the love at?
Shit happens. Seville wrongs Temple. Temple wrongs Grove. Bad blood leads to bad blood. If you read the book, that's the way of the world, baby.
Yeah, but you know you gotta keep it real.
I admire you, Carl. You're a leader, a visionary. Remember me when you get to the top.
Give it a rest, Smoke. You full of shit. Oh, dog, get off.
The one thing I want to bring up this time around is that this version of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is I believe a port of a remaster for the iOS devices, and it does kind of show. Before that,
Thanks, homie.
oh, good thing they didn't bust us. But it's a remake of an iOS port, and it does kind of show. You know, the models themselves already don't look that good, considering the fact that they've aged significantly. But because of the iOS, they did it as a port from an iOS, and I remember reading about this a while ago. I'm not sure if it's still the case now, but because it's a port from an iOS remake, the errors are made all the more apparent. With that being said, let's see what Emma's up to.
That's my man right there, you know what I'm saying?
Hey! Who shot at me? What you kids want?
Hey, Pops. Hey, what's happening?
Aren't you Beverly Johnson's boy?
That's right.
Brian, say, ain't you dead?
No, Emmett. The other one, Carl.
I'm sorry about Beverly.
That's why we here, sir. We want to get the people who did it.
Well, you come to the right place. Try anything you like, boy.
Man, look at this old shit. Die, little glass ball of fool!
Alright, now this gives a bit of a tutorial. I'm going to aim with this. And
Oh, Beverly be so proud of you, boy.
Shit, I'm the best there ever was.
Yeah, that's real Grove Street style now. Cap your ass! And your ass? You want some too? Ice cold, baby. I knew I was the chosen one.
Oh, man. Check out Special Agent Big Smoke.
and that tells you that you can crouch.
Ah, you're making me so proud of you.
Now here we can use manual aim to actually aim for gas tanks. And if you do this, I believe you can do this in drive-bys, and you...
Damn! You're a killer, baby. Ice cold. But remember something. Real strength comes from within, my brother. Listen to the boy. Yeah, I guess liberty didn't soften you none, huh? Hey, look, let's split. Hey, I see you around, Emmett. I'm 100% behind you, boys. But remember this. You didn't get them from me. And remember this. Emmett is the place for guns. I've always got high-quality merchandise, and I've been proudly serving the community for over 30 years. Crazy old fool. Hey, look, you drive, man.
I seen newer cannons in this strap in the museum. Where we going?
Man, I'm real tired, dude. Drop me off at my crib, baby.
So you can come to Emmett's any place to get a gun.
What's going on, man? Shit seemed pretty fucked up.
People have to open their eyes and their hearts, CJ.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the choices all men face, brother. Sometimes they seem real, but other times there's no choice at all.
At least you still talking shit. You ain't changed a bit.
Who, me? No, never.
So yeah, Emmett's place. If you hadn't done anything that I did in the earlier parts, like get shot by a hooker when you're trying to get money from her, and you took her gun, ran over to the pizza place and got his shotgun or a baseball bat from when people were trying to hit you, you would have gotten your first gun here. Actually.
Thanks, CJ. I see you around.
Later, Smoke. Speak.
I thought you was representing.
What?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought you was rolling with Grove Street again.
Already told you I am.
Well, I ain't seen you in your colors yet. You gotta fly the flag, man. Ain't nobody gonna respect you if you ain't representing your hood.
Alright, man. My bad. I just ain't got around to it yet.
There's a Beaco around the corner from the gym in Gatton. Go get yourself some greens.
Alright, so now we get to another thing that Grand Theft Auto San Andreas kind of introduced. I probably should have taken Smoke's car, but want to let it play out. But you can customize your character's clothing. Now after we do this, I'm going to show off the gym. But you can customize your character's clothing a bit, and you get respect as well as a sex appeal based on what you wear. Now here you're supposed to get some green, and it would get you some respect. Now here's the thing: I've never actually gotten any green doing this. I think I did it once. Also another thing, you see the interface over here is much smoother. But what I'm gonna try to do here is I'm gonna give CJ some customization based on how I just kind of want to see the character, because I'm probably never gonna do this again. And honestly, even if you don't put on the color green, you don't lose respect. For the most part, you're pretty much see, we're gonna give him some sandals, just because I really am not taking this that seriously. Like I would go from there, but all we gotta do is I think just buy one thing of clothing and go. What I might do is I might put on some green just for a minute, because we have, let's see what we got here. We got woodland camo, which does count. You can put this on. This would be greens will represent, because Grove Street's colors are green. I'm just not gonna do that. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm going to go down. Gonna put on some blue jeans. Just because if I'm gonna be staring at this character for a good couple of hours, I at least want something that doesn't look too overtly ridiculous. Oh, apparently CJ already got blue jeans, so here's what we're gonna do. Oh, see, that's right, he's been wearing them the entire freaking game. So why even have them as a buying option? That's my question. Why have them as a buying option? So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get some woodland camo. We're gonna get some blue. We're gonna get some green pants. You know, because this does count. You just gotta wear something green. And if I feel like switching out the pants, I'll probably do it later off screen. As you can tell, the clothing here isn't all that difficult. Well, isn't all that diverse. You know, isn't all that expensive. The thing is, though, the one issue with this, let's off the Aris T real quick. The one issue with this system is that, unlike, oh, that is not looking very good. The one issue with that is that, as you can see, unlike later Grand Theft Autos, like Grand Theft Auto 4, which kind of went back to how Vice City handled clothing customization, in which you would get an entire suit, like an entire ensemble when you purchase something. So like you would, like if I remember correctly, aside from sunglasses, you didn't get to pick your character's clothing. That you didn't have that much free reign as you do inside this game with your character's clothing, which, you know, is fine. But then we're gonna put on an African pendant, just because, you know. I mean, why the heck not? But like in in Grand Theft Auto 5, they kind of streamlined it to where it's like you had like a menu, your character would stand there, and then as you scroll through, you get to see all the different things you can do. Here's the problem with San Andreas: you don't get that option. You really don't. Ooh, let's see what the joke glasses look like. Anybody got a cigar? Anybody got a cigar? A cigar? Cigar. But here, as you can see, every time I want to swap in and out, I essentially have to go in and out a lot. You know. You also put on rags, which do this number here. You know. And I did do this once. And don't worry about the customization options right now. There are different clothing stores that offer a different variety of. As you hear, we got a whole bunch of rags. So this is just, and essentially these are just like all this stuff is just, you know, it's just kind of stuff you want to see. Like if you put on a rag, you put on like a rag front, you get this number going on here. I don't know. I think it looks dumb. And then you have one rag back. Other stuff, like you can pretty much guess what it looks like. Like the rag back, you know, it looks a little bit easier to stomach, but it's still a little bit dumb. After this, we're pretty much gonna walk out here. But as you go to different stores, as you progress in the game, more and more clothing options open up. I'm not going to show all of them because that would be a little bit boring.
Always a pleasure, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. But that'd be a little bit boring. So if it opens up and I see something interesting, I will note it when it happens in case you guys are. Oh, we got respect. In case you guys are actually into customizing your characters more often than not. Granted, given the fact that this game is as old as it is, and the model quality isn't as good as what most GTA players are used to, I don't foresee what the heck was going on there. Like you look like back up like 3 seconds. You look to the left there, like half the world just deloaded. What the heck? But as you can see, you don't. As you can see, like I don't expect like a lot of people to really get into the character customization. Now, I want to show off some of the workout stuff you can do. Like, see here, we have the treadmill. You use this machine here. You have these different levels. Now, how it works is that you select your level, and let's see, we're going to start off at level. Let's start off at level 3. And what you do is, see, that we'll step up, and what you gotta do is you pretty much gotta run, you know, and as it says here, if you don't walk fast enough, you will hold the treadmill. I'm going to try to go for like a basic kind of thing here. Like I don't like, you see here, it has this measurement up here. I think that's measured in meters. You can also manually change the levels with the D-pad, and then hit Y to get off. You also burn fat this way. Let's see, we're gonna put it. I think I just put it to 3. And at a certain point, you know, CJ will get tired and just automatically stop the exercise. We're probably gonna go up to like maybe 700 here and then move on to the next one. But when CJ gets tired, he'll stop his step off and do all this kind of stuff. And the whole point of this is that you're trying to build up endurance and whatnot. And here's the thing: you want to do this because as you see, for like a split second, my stamina increased. This is how you increase your health in this game. which is something new they added. Let's go to maybe 120 pounds. CJ should be able to lift 120 pounds. Now, how this is going to work is, you got a spotter there. You need a spotter there. How this is going to work is that you're going to hit X repeatedly. You're going to do several. You're going to do this. We're probably going to go to like maybe 20 of these. But you want your stamina and your muscle to increase, because because your muscle, if you have increased muscle, which we can eventually max this out, and there was a cheat code at one point to max this out. Okay, we'll go up to 30 just to add it. But you want to up your muscle, because like a good number of GTA games, there will come a time where you're just not gonna have a gun. And as your muscle goes up, you will be able to do more damage as you hit people. So it essentially makes hand-to-hand fighting easier. With the treadmill and the and at the same time the bike exercise machine. Now, G there, since we increased our muscle, CJ does a little bit of flex. Your character model will also change to reflect how fit you are. But you want to increase. We're gonna go to level 5 here. But you want to increase your stamina. And that's once again with this one, we're going to go to like maybe 700, assuming the CJ doesn't get that tired. But as you increase your stamina, you will increase your health. Your health. This is literally the only way to increase your health. And you have reached the limit for today. You can come back once a day to increase this thing, and I might come back once or twice. I might show it once or twice more, just to kind of let you guys see how that progresses. But you do want to take advantage of this if you're not using cheat codes. Because if you're using cheat codes, you can go ahead and assuming they still work. I actually have not tried using cheat codes on this remake here, because I don't remember how they would I don't know how they would translate out to the Xbox control scheme, and my muscle memory is wired for the PlayStation 2, so I can't really do it. But if you do the exercises and the workouts, you can run for longer, which helps. Max out your stamina, max out your stamina. You can run for longer, and you have max health. If you max out your muscle, there you go. And the thing with fat, you saw that going down. You do want to keep your fat up, because then that will come into play at a later point in the game, and I will point that out when we get to that point. But the more you eat, it will reflect in your character. If you max out your fat status, well, CJ will reflect that he will be morbidly obese. If you max out your muscle stat, CJ will reflect that he will be heavily muscled. And your fat will decrease naturally as well as your muscle if you don't exercise or eat. You can also increase your stamina just by running or riding a bike. You can do that. I do remember that you can do that, and that will play into other mechanics that I will bring up in a second here. But now we're going to learn.
You want to learn some new moves?
You can reply positively or negatively. This does have an impact somewhat in the game.
Man, you're an embarrassment. Get yourself some muscles first.
As you can see here, you can learn moves from this guy. But because your muscle isn't that high, he won't teach you just yet. Now, since we maxed out our workout regimen for today, we can't get any more, so we have to come back the next day. Once again, I might show this off one more time and talk about some more mechanics as they go on, but for now, you get the general gist of it. And in case some of you are wondering, well, why would I want to learn? I'm gonna need this right quick, man. Sorry. Did you drop any money? No, I heard that crunch. He's definitely dead. What we're going to do is we're going to hit 2 graffiti tags, since I remember seeing them specifically, and go from there. But now some of you may be wondering, why would I ever want to learn extra hand-to-hand moves when I'm probably going to be using a gun more often than not? Like I said, there will come a point in the game. I'm going to be careful here because the cops are right there. But there will come a point in the game when you probably will not have that have a gun on you. And knowing these extra moves will actually make fighting a lot easier, because these extra moves are generally like boxing or grappling moves. You know, it lets you knock opponents off the See, I just ran that guy over. They did not bat a single eye, but they let you but they do let you get certain things going. You know, it's like it just makes fighting easier, and it goes by quicker just because you can essentially make it to where your opponent can't hit you. Now, if you want to learn them, you can. It's not required. I don't even think for 100% it's not required, but you can indeed learn them. Now, I want to bring up one last thing before we do our next mission. Before we do our next mission, and that is this little number right here: buying properties. Now, as you can see here, this property is $10,000. And if you hit left trigger, well, we can't buy it because we don't have enough money for it. That'll change eventually. Now, correct me if I am wrong, but I believe that you were first able to buy properties in Vice City. Because in Grand Theft Auto 3, now bear this in mind. Do bear this in mind that Grand Theft Auto 3 I have very limited experience with as like a vanilla game. I've only ever played it on my older brother's save file, and he had already beat the game beforehand. Either he had already beaten the game beforehand, or he was in the process of beating the game beforehand. I just never bothered catching up with it. But what happens is, I think in Grand Theft Auto 3 you're just kind of given safe houses to stay in. You don't have to buy them, you know. And as a result, you have, I think, very few. I really don't think you get that many per island, because there were 3 islands in Grand Theft Auto 3, and I think you got like maybe 2 or 3 per island, I believe. 2 or 3. Vice City is the one I distinctly remember being able to buy properties at. Well, they continue that over in the San Andreas, and you get a lot of and I mean a lot of properties to buy. Like, it is ridiculous how many you can get, and I think they realized it and cut it down in Grand Theft Auto 4. I think in Grand Theft Auto 4 they limited it again to 2 per island, and in San Andreas, not San Andreas, but in Grand Theft Auto 5, I think grand total there's like maybe 5, not the entire game. Like the entire game, I think there's maybe 5. One character never gets a second one. Another one does get a second one. But I think he loses one in the meantime, and the other one like just straight up loses one. So he gets 3, but I think he loses 1. So that's generally how that works. I think I'd have to double check that one. But anyway, enough of me rambling. Let's move on to our next mission.
I could drive as well as CJ, man, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Hey, homie, what's up?
Hey, what you saying about me, fool?
What's up, man? I'm saying that the East Coast made you drive like an idiot, fool. Man, you always crashing cars and shit. And for some reason now you back. All it is CJ drive here, CJ drive there. Bullshit.
Man, why don't you just take it easy?
No disrespect, man, but you can't drive for shit.
Thanks, man. Nah. Say what you really mean.
You such a good gunman, homie. You gotta ride shotgun. Show CJ what's cracking.
Hey, you know something? You right. Yeah, CJ, you can drive, homie.
He's tripping.
What is Ryder always calling us? A buster? Ryder, you are straight buster. Like, he is the biggest buster in this game.
Where we going, homie?
Rolling Heights Ballers Country.
Do us a little drive-by, huh? You know something, matter of fact, you are chauffeur for this little gig. Come on.
G, thanks, G.
Just don't drive like no fool.
No guarantees, man. No guarantees. Well, I think I'm at the turn back there. Oh, well, I think we can pull this number right here. But yeah, the one thing I want to bring up is that I actually do like the characters in San Andreas. I understand that it might not be for a lot of people just because a lot of the characters inside this game are very archetypal. Like so much so that they could be considered stereotypes. But honestly, I kind of like it because I, in real life, know people who I won't say I know people who are like this because I know gangsters, but I know people who kind of act like some of these people.
Yeah, ball is turf. You dogs ready?
Yeah, for sure, I'm ready.
Carl, just concentrate on the driving, and we'll take care of the shooting.
Listen to the man, fool, and try not to park us up a tree or something.
Yeah, if the car stops, we dead meat. Stab out of here, CJ.
So we can hold right or left to do drive-bys, but since we have limited ammo, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of let the crew themselves do it.
We iced them, CJ. Let's hunt down some more.
So here's what I'm gonna do. So what I would usually do is I would usually maybe get the money here, but since I don't want to waste you guys' time, we're just gonna kind of let this play out.
Let's roll.
But like I said, I don't want to make it sound like I actually know gangsters or anything, but I do know people who kind of act like this. Also, if you hold down the bumper,
Way too easy. Let's go blast on some more baller food.
if you hold down the left or right bumper, or the left or the R1 or L1 or R1 button, you can look out the side, and if you hold down the fire button, you can actually do it. You can actually do drive-bys.
CJ, find us some more ballers so we can cap them.
Now you see our car health is kind of low there, but I think that should be fine. Now how this one would work is that they're down here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run them over.
Speed up a little, we're sitting. Smash on it, Carl, smash!
And there we go. That's the end of it. So now we have a 2-star wanted level. We need to get to a paint spray to lose them. Now this is a mechanic I think is a holdover. Crap. Is a holdover from 3. Because I remember distinctly using this one in 3.
Roll it, CJ, roll it.
And that is when you go to a paint spray. Not only is it a health refill, but you also respray your car so you can get a different color to it. And it does help. It does help. So that's when you get that maximum 6-star wanted level. Oh yeah, another thing they changed. And between 4 and 5, there are 6-star wanted levels. GTA used to have a 6-star wanted level. See, now this time we get it free, but each and every sequence time it takes about $100. Now what this does is that you don't immediately lose your stars. As you see, they're kind of flashing there in the top right corner.
Yeah, Grove is back, man. Grove is back.
Yeah, for sure. They was slipping, man.
Man, I'm shocked you ain't get us killed, CJ. Let me check myself. Am I dead?
Hey, Carl, ignore that motherfucker. You did good today.
But yeah, if you do something dumb in front of a police officer, or you just do some more crime, you can keep your wanted level. So it's a way to restore your health if you want to go on a spree and keep your wanted level up. And I recommend using it if you want to do that.
You're down with the Grove and the ballers know it. So watch yourself from now on, CJ.
Yeah, for sure. You know that. I'll see y'all later.
Here, take this. Go get yourself some beers.
There we go. $500 and some more respect. And now we got a mission for Ryder. What we're probably going to do is we're going to keep doing missions for Sweet, bouncing over to Big Smoke, and then we'll take care of Ryder. But for now, we're going to go save. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, GTA 4, I think, is the game that got rid of the 6-star wanted level. And I say got rid of it in very technical terms. I do remember very specifically that GTA 4, if you didn't get the DLC for that game, it was impossible to get a 6-star wanted level. It was impossible. It was just straight up impossible to get a 6-star wanted level. It went to 5, it stopped at 5, and it stayed at 5. Now, once you got the DLC, you were able to hit 6 stars, because here's what happens when you get 6 stars in Grand Theft Auto. It was like this in 3, it was like this in Vice City, it's like this in San Andreas. The military comes after you. That means they are sending tanks after you in this game when you max out that wanted level. This ain't no kids thing. This ain't no playing around. They will legitimately send the military after you. The freaking Marines. But, and here's the big but here. This is a big but. The tanks would never fire the cannons because, as we all know, when it comes to aiming, the AI is dead perfect every single time. But the trade-off with that is that the tanks, if you touch them, your car blew up instantly. It's not you would run into the tank and it would crawl over you. The physics weren't that advanced at the time. Even inside this game, they still hadn't done that. Even though the Rhino tanks look like they do in Grand Theft Auto 5, they weren't like that, period. They wouldn't run over you. So to compensate for that, you touch one, you blow up. Even if you nick it from the side, it blows up. It's hilarious. But yeah, GTA 4 stopped it at 5-star wanted level. You got the DLC. You could get 6 stars. I never got it myself. But I do remember playing it with one of my friends. I remember playing it, and you got something akin to that, like the SWAT team. And GTA 5, they just got rid of the 6-star wanted level altogether. The Marines don't even come after you. So there you go. But yeah, that being said, I've been the Devious Wolf. This has been another installment of San Andreas, and I'll catch you later.